Something really strange is happening in South Korea's e-commerce world. I mean, on the surface, it looks like it's absolutely booming. But when you look a little closer, thousands and thousands of online sellers are just disappearing. Today, we're going to figure out why. So let's just kick this off with a number, a really big one, 50,314. That's how many online sellers had to shut down their businesses in South Korea in just the first 7 months of 2025. I mean, think about that. It's like a whole city's worth of entrepreneurs just vanished from the internet.
And this, right here, is the central mystery we're diving into. The market looks healthier than ever, right? So why are so many people being forced to just give up and close their online shops? It doesn't add up.
Okay, so to get to the bottom of this, we first need to figure out who exactly is leaving. Are these just brand new businesses that couldn't quite get going, or is there something else at play here? Well, the data gives us our first big clue. It looks like the fashion industry is getting hit the hardest, accounting for almost 30% of all the closures. And that's not random. It tells us that these creative, trend-focused businesses are probably the most vulnerable right now. But here's where it gets really shocking. It's not just about what kind of businesses are struggling, it's about who is struggling. This isn't a story about startups failing. The data is screaming that the seasoned pros, the industry veterans, they're the ones disappearing at a terrifying rate. Just how fast are we talking? Well, get this. For sellers who have been at this for more than 5 years, the number of businesses shutting down shot up by 19.4% in a single year. These aren't newbies. These are established shops that are suddenly finding it impossible to stay afloat. And it gets even more unbelievable. For sellers with over a decade of experience, closures soared by a massive 23.1%. That's a record-breaking trend. So the real question is, why are the most experienced people in the game being pushed out? The answer, it turns out, is that we're not looking at one e-commerce market. We're actually looking at two completely different realities existing side by side. On one side, it's all sunshine and growth. On the other, well, it's a different story. And this slide right here, this shows you the whole conflict in one go. While the 10 biggest online platforms saw their sales jump by almost 16%, the small, independent sellers on those exact same platforms are shutting down in record numbers. The giants are getting bigger, and it seems like they're doing it by squeezing out the little guys. So what on earth is causing this massive split? Our digging uncovered that it's not just one thing. It's more like a perfect storm of 3 major forces that are completely changing the rules of online selling. So here are the 3 culprits we're gonna break down. You've got the platforms themselves becoming competitors, you've got this flood of competition from overseas, and you've got a tough economy. Let's start with the platforms. Okay, first up, the game has completely changed. You see, the big e-commerce sites are no longer just a neutral place to sell your stuff. They're now your direct competitor. They're using their own data to see what's popular, making their own versions of those products, and then pushing out the very niche sellers who made them popular in the first place. Next, there's what people are calling the C-commerce invasion. We're talking about a massive wave of ultra cheap products flooding in from Chinese giants like AliExpress and Temu. This is kicking off a brutal price war that local sellers who usually focus on quality and unique design just can't win. And the third piece of this puzzle is the economy itself. Long story short, people are worried about their finances, so they are holding back on spending. Private consumption actually went down in the first quarter. That means the whole pie that all these sellers are fighting over is getting smaller. So you've got these 3 huge pressures all hitting at once. What does it all mean for the future? Well, one expert analysis really ties this all together perfectly. Professor Seo Young-gu from Sukming Women's University puts it this way. Basically, the strategy that used to be the key to success for small sellers, finding a unique niche, is now their biggest weakness. The very platforms they built their businesses on are now using that niche against them, and the space to be an independent success story is just shrinking. And that leaves us with this final, really important question. We've seen the numbers, we've broken down the causes, but what does it all mean? When the digital marketplace stops being a marketplace and starts being an arena for giants, what future is left for the independent entrepreneur, for the person with a great idea and a dream? It's a question that everyone, whether you buy or sell online, is going to have to think about.